John and Lucy decided to go on a picnic for a couple of days. They bought groceries at the supermarket, took some firewood, a sleeping bag, a flashlight, and a tent. They drove about 5 hours from the city and finally reached the right place. It was a very beautiful place near a waterfall. At first they decided to swim. The water was cool and invigorating. After a good swim, they began to set the table and began to have lunch. It was getting a little dark. John decided to light a castor. The atmosphere was cozy. John and Lucy covered themselves with a blanket and sat by the fire. Suddenly, from a distance, John noticed red glowing eyes in the area of the rock, and it began to stare intently in their direction. John slowly began to point his finger at Lucy that they were being watched. John signaled that it was necessary to move towards the car. As soon as they got into the car, John realized that the keys were left near the fire. They blocked all the doors from the interior and reclined the seats. They lay motionless, holding each other's hands. Suddenly, sounds and rustling appeared near their car. Through the mirror in the cabin, they saw the dark silhouette of the beast. It was bigger than a wolf and moved a little differently. Suddenly, it came up to their car and began to spin around it. They distinctly heard its breathing. John squeezed Lucy's hands tightly and signaled her not to move. So they sat for a few hours and fell asleep. When they woke up in the morning, they saw that the beast had eaten their entire supply of food and left. They packed up very quickly and drove away from this place.